Çukurova, historically known as Cilicia, is a geocultural region in south-central Turkey, covering the provinces of Mersin, Adana, Osmaniye and Hatay. With a population of almost 6 million, it is one of the largest population concentrations in Turkey. Çukurova in Turkish means roughly, low plain, çukur for hollow, depression, over for plains. The region starts from Emirr at the west, extending east along the Mediterranean, stretching as far north as Tufanbi, wrapping around Gulf of Iskenderun, turning south at Ezan and finally terminating at Yayladağ on the border of Syria. The core area is Çukurova Plain, covering the area of Mersin on the west, Kozan on the north, Osmaniye on the east and the Mediterranean on the south. Adana-Mersin metropolitan area is the business and cultural center of Çukurova. Most of the Çukurova region is a large stretch of flat, fertile land which is among the most agriculturally productive areas of the world. Throughout history, Çukurova was a gateway from Europe to the Middle East, being the shortest access point to the Mediterranean from the northern Middle East and Central Asia. It is a transportation hub, with its two major seaports and oil terminal. History. The region's recorded history dates back over 6,000 years. During the Roman and early Byzantine empires, the capital of Cilicia province was the important seaport of Tarsus, where Mark Antony met Cleopatra, and birthplace of Paul the Apostle and Theodore of Tarsus, among other important missionaries. The region became an early battleground between Muslim and Christian forces, and was conquered in the 8th century and remained part of the Abbasid Caliphate until reconquered by Byzantine forces in 962, after which it received an influx of Armenians when Seljuk Turks captured the region in the 12th century. Many Turkmens, including Aguz clans of Yorga, Afshar and Chepni, settled in the region's northern parts under the direction of Ramadanids. Those who preserved the nomadic lifestyle were named Yoruksh. As of the 18th century, the Ottoman Empire pursued a policy aimed at settling these populations in permanent settlements. The process was more or less complete in the 19th century, although it involved many difficulties and much tension and drama. Between the 1832 Convention of Kütahya leaving the territorial gains acquired by Ibrahim Pasha of Egypt to his administration till the 1841 London Conference convened to settle the question, Çukurova remained under the rule of the Khedive of Egypt. Although the period of Egyptian rule, motivated by Egypt's perennial need timber for the navy, was relatively short, it left important marks in such areas as the introduction of industrial-scale cotton production and new arrivals into the population tissue of the region. Cotton pickers of Çukurova still start their workday with prayers for the memory of Ibrahim Pasha, and the locally influent Menimantsioğlu family, with notable descendants till our day, including Turkey's foreign minister during the Second World War, Numan Menimantsioğlu, rose to notability by acting as middlemen for the Pasha, among other families still prominent in our day and that had risen with the cotton boom: Kozanoğlu, Guvaloglu, Kerimoglu, Kazantayoglu, Kukuklioglu families can be cited. In 1869, Vilayet of Adana was incorporated after splitting up Aleppo province. Borders of the Vilayet of Adana are similar to today's Çukurova region. The development of Mersin as a major part also took its start during the same period. As a result, the cities of the region became prominent centers of trade, farming and industry. Today, Adana is the fifth largest city of Turkey, and a vital center of many agricultural products such as cotton. Geography. Historically, the region was known as Kızılırmak by the Hittites and it was divided into two parts, Uru Adania and Western Cilicia, which was also known as the mountainous Cilicia. The gates which allow passage from Çukurova into the central Anatolian plateau through the Taurus Mountains, the Cilician Gates of Antiquity. is called Gulick Pass today. Belin Pass, which connects the region to the southeast, and Sertivol Pass constitute other important points of passage. The region is included in the Mediterranean region of Turkey, and it borders central Anatolia to the north, and southeastern Anatolia to the east. Climate. The climate of Çukurova shows significant differences at the mountains and the lower plains. At the lower plains, the climate reflects a typical Mediterranean. Summers are hot and dry, winters are warm and rainy. In the coldest month, the average temperature is 9 degrees Celsius, and in the warmest month, the average temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. Mountains of Çukurova have an inland climate with snowy winters. The average annual precipitation in the region is 647 mm, and the average number of rainy days in a year is 76. Mersin and surrounding areas have the highest average temperature in Çukurova. Mersin also has a high annual precipitation and 85 rainy days in a year. Geology. Mountains of Çukurova are formed by ancient limestones, conglomerate, marlstone and similar materials. The lower plain is the largest alluvial plain in Turkey. Expansion of limestone formations and fourth-era alluvials brought by the rivers Ceyhan and Ceyhan formed the plains of the region over the course of time. Akyayan, Salt Lake, 7 lakes at Aladag, and Karstik Dipsize Lake near Karazali are the lakes of the region. The reservoirs in the region are Ceyhan, Catalan, Yedigoza, Kozan and Mehmetli. The major rivers in Çukurova are Ceyhan, Burden, Asi and Göksu. Ceyhan River emerges from the confluence of Zamantay and Göksu rivers, which originate from Kayseri province and flows into the Gulf of Mersin. The river is 560 kilometers long. Ceyhan River emerges from the confluence of Aksu and Herman rivers and flows into Cape Hermes at the Gulf of Iskenderun. It is 509 kilometers long, and it forms the Akyayan, Akyatan and Karkarat lakes before flowing into the Mediterranean. Burden River originates from the Taurus Mountains and flows into the Mediterranean, south of Tarsus. Göksu River originates from the Taurus Mountains and flows into the Mediterranean, 16 kilometers southeast of Silifke. It forms the delta of Göksu, including Akgol Lake and Paradeniz Lagoon. Asi River rises in the Great Springs of Labwe on the side of the Beqaa Valley, and it runs due north, parallel with the coast, and flows into the Mediterranean just south of the little port of Samandaji. Governance. The Çukurova region is split into 4 administrative provinces: Mersin, Adana, Osmaniye and Hatay. Each province is governed by the central government in Ankara through an appointed provincial governor. Provinces are then divided into districts governed by the district governors, who are under the provincial governors. Since all 4 provinces are economically and geographically interdependent, with the current governing structure, regional planning is limited within provinces and does not cover all of Çukurova. This creates conflict on creating regional investment plans, especially between Adana and Mersin provinces. Recently, cooperation among the cities in Çukurova is improving. Municipalities in Çukurova form a union, Çukurova Municipalities Union, to conduct projects that will benefit the whole region. Community and business organizations also form regional unions. Tourism associations of the cities conduct common promotions to attract tourists to the region. Divisions. Provinces and districts. Provinces and districts in Çukurova. Mersin Province: Emirr, Boziazi, Idincik, Gunner, Mut, Silifke, Erdemli, Mersin, Kamla, Tarsus. Adana Province: Adana, Pozantay, Karatas, Ceyhan, Imamoglu, Aladag, Kozan, Faki, Simbilay, Tufanbi. Osmaniye Province: Sumbas, Kadirli, Toprakala, Duzici, Osmaniye, Hasanbilay, Bahçe. Hatay Province: Ersin, Dortuil, Hassa, İskenderun, Belen, Kirikan, Samandaj, Antakya, Reyhanli, Kamlu, Yeladaji, Altınözü. Municipalities. Locally elected municipal governments take care of urban planning and infrastructure. Greater Municipality Law came into effect in 1989 to bring better management to large urban areas. In Çukurova, the cities of Adana and Mersin are governed by greater municipalities. In the city of Adana, there are 5 district municipalities, and in the city of Mersin, there are 4 district municipalities. In Hatay and Osmaniye provinces, in addition to district municipalities, there are town municipalities in communities with a population over 2,000. Communities that have less than 2,000 people are governed by village muhtar with the support from state rural services. See list of municipalities in Çukurova for a list of all municipalities. Economy. Çukurova is well known for the vast fertile land and highly productive agriculture. The region is also industrialized. Tarsus, Adana and Ceyhan host numerous plants. Mersin and İskenderun seaports provide transportation of goods manufactured in central, south and southeast Anatolia. Ceyhan is becoming an energy hub, hosting oil, natural gas terminals as well as refineries and shipbuilders. Natural resources. Agriculture. Çukurova Plain has one of the most fertile soil in the world, in which 3 harvests can be taken each year. The region has the second richest flora in the world, and it is the producer of all agricultural products of Turkey except hazelnut and tobacco. Çukurova leads Turkey in soy, peanuts and corn harvest, and is a major producer of fruits and vegetables. Half of Turkey's citrus export is from Çukurova. Emirr is the only subtropical area of Turkey where bananas, mango, kiwi and other subtropical produce can be harvested. Çukurova is the second largest honey producer in Turkey after the Muğla-Aydın region. Samandaj, Atalık, Karatas and Boziazi are some of the towns in the region where fishing is the major source of income. Grey mullet, red mullet, sea bass, Lagos, calamari and gilthead bream are some of the most popular fish in the region. There are aquaculture farms in Akyatan, Akyagan, Atalık lakes and at Ceyhan Reservoir. While not as common as other forms of agriculture, dairy and livestock are also produced throughout the region. Mining. Zinc and lead. Kozan Horzum is the major source. Chrome is found around Aladagla. Barite resources are around Mersin and Adana. Iron is found around Fakir and Simbi. Asbestos mines are mostly in Hatay province. Limestone reserves are very rich in Çukurova. The region is home to 4 lime manufacturing plants. Pumice resources are the richest in Turkey. 14% of country's reserves are in Çukurova. Manufacturing. Çukurova is one of the first industrialized regions of Turkey. With the improvements in agriculture and the spike of agricultural yield, agriculture-based industries are built in large numbers. Today, the manufacturing industry is mainly concentrated around Tarsus, Adana and Ceyhan. Textile, leather tanning and food processing plants are plentiful. İzdemir is a large steel plant located in İskenderun. Temsa is one of the largest manufacturing companies in the region and the only automotive OEM, employing more than 2,500. Sabancı Holding and Çukurova Holding are among the largest Turkish industrial conglomerates. Both founded in the Çukurova region and still operating numerous manufacturing companies in Adana and Tarsus. The petrochemical industry is rapidly developing in the region with the investments around the Ceyhan oil terminal. Petroleum refineries are being built in the area. Ceyhan is also expected to host the shipbuilding industry. Commerce. Adana is the commercial center of the region where many of the public and private institutions have their regional offices. Mersin and Antakya are also home to regional offices of public institutions. Many industry fairs and congresses are held in the region at venues such as the TÜYAP Congress and Exhibition Center in Adana and the Mersin Congress center. Mersin is the logistics center of the region, hosting numerous logistics companies. Mersin Seaport is the third largest seaport in Turkey, after Istanbul and Izmir. There are 45 piers in the port. The total area of the port is 785 square kilometers, and the capacity is 6,000 ships per year. İskenderun Seaport is used mostly for transfers to Middle East and southeastern Turkey. Ceyhan Oil Terminal is a marine transport terminal for the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline, the Kirkuk-Ceyhan oil pipeline, the planned Samsun-Ceyhan and the Ceyhan-Red Sea pipelines. Ceyhan will also be a natural gas terminal for a planned pipeline to be constructed parallel to the Kirkuk-Ceyhan oil pipeline, and for a planned extension of the Blue Stream gas pipeline from Samsun to Ceyhan. Doğutural Oil Terminal is a marine transport terminal for Batman Doğutural Oil Pipeline, which started operating in 1967 to market Batman oil. The pipeline is 511 kilometers long and has an annual capacity of 3.5 million tons. Tourism. While the region has a long coastline, international tourism is not of the level of the neighboring Antalya province. There are a small number of hotels between Erdemli and Emirr that attract tourists. Çukurova tourism is mostly cottage tourism serving the Çukurova locals as well as residents of Kayseri, Gaziantep and surrounding areas. Between Silifke and Mersin, high-rise and low-rise cottages line the coast, leaving almost no vacant land. The coastline from Mersin to Karatas is mostly farmland. This area is zoned for resort tourism and is expected to have a rapid development within the next 20 years. Karatas and Uluatalik coasts are home to cottages with a bird conservatory between the two areas. Arsuz is a seaside resort that is mostly frequented by Antakya and İskenderun residents. Plateaus on the Taurus Mountains are killer escapes for the locals who want to chill out from hot and humid summers of the lower plains. Gozna and Kamlıyalı in Mersin Province, Tekirdağ, Baruçek in Kızılderili Adana Province, Zorkun in Osmaniye Province and Soğukçuluk in Hatay Province are the popular high plain resorts of Çukurova, which are often crowded in summer. There are a few hotels and camping sites in the Tekirdağ Plateau. Lying at a crossroads are three major religions, namely Judaism, Christianity and Islam. The region is home to numerous landmarks that are important for people of faith. Tarsus is the birthplace of Saint Paul, who returned to the city after his conversion. The city was a stronghold of Christians after his death. Ashabikehf Cavern, one of the locations claimed to be the resting place of the legendary Seven Sleepers, holy to Christians and Muslims, is located north of Tarsus. Antakya is another destination for the spiritual world, where the followers of Jesus Christ were first called Christians. It is the home of St. Peter, one of the 12 saints of Jesus. The region is a popular destination for thermal springs. Hammamat Thermal Spring, located on midway from Kirikan to Reyhanli, has a very high sulfur ratio, making it the second in the world after a thermal spring in India. It is the largest spa in the region and attracts many Syrians due to proximity. Haruniye Thermal Spring is located on the banks of the Ceyhan River near Düzce town and has a serene environment. Thermal springs are a hotspot for people with rheumatism. Kurtepe, Alihokala and Ilika mineral springs, all located in Adana province, are popular for toxic cleansing. Ottoman Palace Thermal Resort and Spa in Antakya is one of Turkey's top resorts for revitalization. Population. Çukurova is heavily populated due to its abundant resources, climate and plain geography. The population of Çukurova as of December 31, 2014 is 5,919,493. Hatay is the most rural province of Çukurova, and also Hatay is the only province that the rural population is rising and the urban population is declining. The major reason is the mountainous geography of Hatay as well as the religiously and ethnically diverse culture. Hatay joined Turkey in 1939, thus did not face the population exchanges of the 1920. The province has many villages inhabited by Christians as well as the only remaining ethnic Armenian village of Turkey, Vakifla. Adana province is the most urbanized province, with most of the population centered in the city of Adana. Mersin province has a larger rural population than Adana province, owing to its long and narrow stretch of flat land in between the Taurus Mountains and the Mediterranean. Urban areas settlements are well spread to all parts of Çukurova. Adana and Mersin are the largest cities in Çukurova and together with Tarsus and Ceyhan form the Adana-Mersin metropolitan area, which is the fourth largest metropolitan area in Turkey with a population of 3 million. The metropolitan area is home to half of the residents of Çukurova. Below is a list of cities in Çukurova with population over 50,000.